tea time.
And we are live. This is tea time on day 3 of the second test between India and Sri Lanka. Chance for India to do a whitewash. And Rahul Rawat, your prediction, you had said game will be done when we sit with our tea.
See, Karunaratne has delayed the inevitable, but let's not forget that he did offer you an opportunity in the very first over of the day when I thought Virat missed out on an opportunity. Dropped. That has to go as a drop because couldn't latch on to it, Virat Kohli, and you never know. By this time, perhaps we would have been sitting and analyzing what to do next, rather than just going back, or we would have been focusing on the other test matches that are going around.
A lot of people are asking that why Virat in the slips.
No, Rahane. See, usually you would find Rahane there, and now that Rahane is not there, Virat Kohli, or else you would have had Rohit Sharma. So these were the only two options that you were left with. Rohit preferred to be, because if I am not wrong, at that point in time you also had a leg slip, if I am not wrong, for Jadeja. That was Jadeja, right? Yeah. Jadeja bowled the first over. So I think Rohit was standing at leg slip, and Virat for the slip fielder.
I can't wait for the IPL to start, honestly.
Actually, yesterday everybody was criticizing the Karachi pitch, that test match.
Yes, that's the comment.
And what has happened there?
Prad is saying that test match is far more interesting.
Pakistan has made it interesting.
Yes.
Or Australia did bowl. In fact, are they bowling really that well?
I couldn't see the highlights. I just saw the scorecard, so I couldn't see the highlights. But yeah, 7 down. Follow on.
Down.
Now 8. Oh, I saw 7. Now 8 down. So follow on is looming large.
No, follow on definitely. I think they still have around 320 odd runs to score to, or
400.
No, to avoid a follow.
Yeah. The lead is 400 something.
So they had 356. They need to score 356 if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
To avoid a follow on, so which at this moment looks pretty impossible, but you never know. Babar Azam is still there if I'm not wrong, and so that's the.
So now what happens? No demerit points will be given on the pitch.
Yes.
But you risk losing a series at home. That's a bigger risk.
Losing a series at home, losing World Test Championship points at home, and that, of course, that test match will last more than this test match here in Bangalore.
That's because Australia batted. They were being criticized that when are you going to declare, 500?
They were batting very slow. In fact, a lot of people, but maybe they had confidence in their bowling. They knew that 505 runs. I think if I'm right, they scored around 505 runs, and they had the confidence in their bowling that they'll wrap up Pakistan twice.
Let me get this closer, because then I can see it better. Just hold
You
this.
already have a great eyesight, I guess.
Do you know I have spectacles actually,
Okay.
but I could still see. That's great, huh? I'm not wearing my specs. Neither am I wearing my lenses, but I could still see. Babar has gone, somebody is saying. Oh, easier. Ayush Pandey.
I think majority of the questions
Sarvesh Pandey is happy, saying HS Pranoy retweeted his tweet. Wow.
Sorry?
Sarvesh, who's a regular watcher and watches Olympic sport a lot, he is very happy because HS Pranoy retweeted his tweet. You must have tweeted about the badminton game yesterday where Lakshya Sen lost.
556, sorry, not 505. World DNS saying 556. Of course, that is the reason why they need 356 to avoid the follow-on. Pakistan, I'm talking about.
Malay is saying that Sri Lanka will rattle in the evening session, which is bang on, right? I mean, sooner or later you will have.
I thought it was just a matter of one wicket, and one wicket would open the floodgates for India, and that Karunaratne. In fact, he was the leading run scorer. Not the leading run scorer last calendar year, but he was the second highest run getter last year. Because
I
you
think
would
so.
remember when
We were fighting
when we
World
were
Test
making that-
11.
Exactly, World Test 11 for 2021. A lot of people
Yes.
said that we were a little biased for KL Rahul or Rohit.
Yeah, KL Rahul. We had.
For KL
Rohit fitted. I
KL
think.
Rahul, we were a little biased for him because Karunaratne was. The comparison that we made was that KL Rahul scored his runs overseas also in England and a few other places, and the results.
Yeah.
So that was. But Karunaratne here, I think this.
No, I was actually looking at this series and saying, there you go. For everyone who criticized us for not having Karunaratne in the World Test 11 or the dream team that we had made, well, that goes on to show that, he wasn't maybe the World Test 11 material. But no, today he's batted well, but he got a chance.
And on this wicket, no, I see chance. That's
Part of the game.
Exactly, and a lot of people will score runs and will get a few chances here and there.
Yeah.
But let's not take anything away, because the first ball that he faced, the first ball of the day, at least he showed the intent. As captain, as leader of that Sri Lankan team, he showed the intent. He just came down the track, covered the turn from Jadeja, turn of the ball, and just got a boundary of that. So perhaps that was the intent that he showed, and right now he's batting on 61 if I'm not wrong.
The question is, where was this intent missing from the Sri Lankan team? Where was this fight back from the Sri Lankan team?
Maybe they don't have anything to lose now.
No, but they didn't have anything to lose. You've come away. You were anyway the underdogs. No one expected you to win. You could have played this cricket. I saw a lot of critical articles in Sri Lankan media. They were all criticizing them, not for just losing. Of course, you will lose. They've never won a test match in India, so you didn't expect them to win the series. But at least you expected them to put in a fight, right? And a lot of Sri Lankan columnists have written against this team, saying that they didn't even show a fight.
Do you need a bodyguard? Yogendra Singh is ready to offer his services.
So Yogendra Singh is saying, Nikhil sir, if you want a bodyguard, then I will be ready. He's written his salary also. No, Yogendra ji, I don't need a bodyguard. Why will I need a bodyguard? I feel pretty secure in my surroundings. No threat as of now. No threat perception.
Aryan, no threat from nobody.
No threat from anybody.
Not even on.
Not even. Oh no okay. Threat. No threat yet.
Aryan is saying that expected more wickets to fall in Bangalore than Karachi. So basically, he's saying he expected more wickets to fall in this session for India or for Sri Lanka.
You also.
Actually, I thought, but this is all. You can just delay the inevitable. I think the moment you enter, I don't know how much will they last. Will they be able to bat out this session also? Will that be possible?
I don't think so. The Ayush Pandey has a question. I'll try and answer that. He wants to know, sir, what do you mean by a drop-in pitch? So drop-in pitches are pitches that are not prepared. So what pitches really, in the sense they're always in the center of the ground. You have a lot of strips, that area, multiple strips, and then they are part of that same soil which is part of the ground, and there are different layers that go into making a pitch, and that's why you see different characteristics of different pitch, because of soil quality and then what all other soil that they've got beneath them. What a drop-in pitch is, you prepare the pitches in a remote location. It could be anywhere, in a ground, in an indoor facility, in a greenhouse, it could be anywhere, and so you prepare that and then you carry it. You actually literally, drop-in is literally you carry it, transport it via a truck or whichever transportation, even a helicopter, whichever way. You bring in and you literally put it in that area where it's dug that deep, because remember the pitch is not just one thin strip. The drop-in pitch is going to be very thick with different layers, because that's how it's made. And that entire thing, think of it like a dessert with multiple layers, like chocolate and caramel and whatever, cake and all of that layers, like that, different layers. You pick them up like a pastry and then you go and put it on the ground and it's put there. So this actually is used in places where multi-purpose ground, where you can't maintain a pitch, because let's say you're playing rugby there or football, then the pitch will go bad. So a lot of places is done, and in cold areas also. Even if you have a cricket ground, maybe throughout the season, if you want to maintain a particular temperature, then in a greenhouse you can keep a pitch. So
in fact, I've seen one such
Switzerland when you went?
Not Switzerland. In fact, I've seen it at MCG.
MCG, yeah. I saw it in New Zealand also.
I've seen it at MCG while it was happening. A drop-in pitch, in fact, was being laid there because the rugby season had just got over.
Yeah.
And they were entering into the cricket season. And
so that's Aussie rules, they call it.
Yes.
Aussie rules, which is slightly a different variation of
Right,
rugby,
right.
which is very popular there, by the way. Aussie rules is massive.
Yes.
But you're right, it's divided there.
yes.
Sporting season, it's Aussie rule season, and then cricket
Yes.
season. So yeah, I saw it in New Zealand also, the drop-in pitch.
Ashwin has gone past Dale Staines' 439 test wickets. He is now on 440 wickets. Well, he'll get more such wickets, I think.
Ritesh Chandra says, how is Stark reverse swinging without saliva? That's because they're using sweat now. So even if you don't have saliva, you're using sweat. That also tells you that reverse swing in subcontinent is easier to do. Also is an indication of how rough the pitch might be. So
Because and it also depends on you mentioned about the subcontinent outfield also. See, because here the outfield is a little abrasive. It is a little rough, more than what you see in outside subcontinent.
Yeah.
So and ICC, as you know, that they've already made it clear that there's no need to use saliva anymore because they've realized that it doesn't have much of an effect. So sweat can be used.
So very interesting comment. I'm going to take this. This is from his online name is IBC News Hindi. Okay, IBC News Hindi. You can see that. His comment is, "Sir, I'm watching you here and also on SportsTak, and now he says I make videos only on politics, but now because I watch your sports videos, I'm going to start making videos on sports."
Great. Yeah.
See, we've inspired someone
Welcome
to move from
the
politics to sport.
Welcome to the club. Stark is on fire there. Okay, and IBC News Hindi, we've already taken your question. Babar Azam, no century for 3 years. Do you watch Marvel, Nikhil sir? Abhay?
Sarvesh is saying that tweet
I don't
that.
think you're sorry.
No, I'm not a Marvel fan. I do not like animated films. No, not a Marvel fan at all.
I am at least.
You are?
Yeah, to some
I'm not
extent.
into superheroes. I
Hmm.
like war films, dark films, and
I prefer psychological thrillers,
yeah, so do I. Yeah,
spy thrillers.
me too.
So
Why you watch these
no,
superheroes?
but, anyway, sorry, you were taking a question
I
from
was
Sarvesh.
taking, Abhay Acharya, I answered. I do not watch Marvel. Sorry about that. But yeah, Sarvesh said that his tweet was actually against the BWF something, and that HS Pranoy is
Okay.
like, that's quite daring of a player to do it against his, body that he
No,
plays.
but,
Seldom will you see a cricketer do it. If
No,
I tweet
not cricketers, but in the past we've seen a lot of shuttlers, a lot of badminton
Yeah.
players have tweeted against.
Jwala Gutta.
Jwala Gutta has been a vocal critique of even the Indian Federation. See, Saina
big
Nehwal, Kashyap, a lot of other. In fact, it's not the first time that we've seen a tweet against the BWF, the world governing body for badminton, from HS Pranoy or from any other badminton player.
Anish is saying, Nikhil sir, nowadays I'm seeing that you are ignoring my questions. No, Anish, we take your question. Where is the question going, yaar? It's moving so fast, your questions, that I miss it. Sorry.
Your channel, your choice.
Who said that? Nowadays that you are ignoring my question, but it's okay, sir. Your channel.
Your choice.
Vijay is
No,
saying,
Anish, we do not.
Vijay is saying, is the pitch getting better for batting? I don't think so.
No. Did you see that delivery by Jadeja? How Dhananjay De Silva kept it out? And that's when my mind went to Virat Kohli. And all I'm saying is that you do get unplayable ball. That's another matter that Dhananjay De Silva didn't go and get more runs after that. But he got an unplayable ball from Ravindra Jadeja. It kept as low as the Dhananjay De Silva delivery to Virat Kohli and came even quicker. But he made that last minute adjustment and got that ball out. Last second.
He played that on back foot.
Yes. But saved it. All I'm saying is that if those one or two unplayable deliveries, if you had found a way to, go over that tide, you may have then got a big total. So it's in the batsman's hand. You will get unplayable deliveries.
But the ball is still turning square, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can see that huge puff of dust every time the ball lands, at least in specific areas.
Mohammad Abbas is sending you love from Kargil.
Kargil. We've got a viewer from Kargil. Thank you, Mr. Abbas, for watching us from beautiful Kargil. I have a friend who's got a hotel in Kargil. Zahir, you know Zahir. He's a ex-colleague.
Hotel, and the name of that hotel is Hotel Kargil.
And it's a beautiful hotel. So
Yes.
please go check
Have
it
you
out.
visited?
Nikhil sir's glowing skin. Tell
Arey yaar,
people
what are
around.
you embarrassing me? Secret of my glowing skin? You are-
Rahul Rawat is sitting next to him.
Sir, thank you. There's no secret, sir. Just live a good life and do what you love, like we do. Faff all day about cricket. But thank you for your comments. And somebody asked, who's your. Karthik says, you always ignore my question. Take Chandresh Narayan's questions all the time. But Chandresh is an old friend. So
And is it Chandresh?
Yeah.
he sent no. Just for this much he wants us to do advertising. Please increase one more zero, Chandresh, in the chat that you sent her, the super chat. You're sending 40 rupees on super chat. Send 400
And
then we will advertise.
And I've been noticing Chandresh started from 100. Now it has come down to 40. From tomorrow onwards, I think he'll send us WhatsApp messages.
He does. We got Australian dollars. Quickly see, Australian dollars have come.
Australian dollar.
We have got Australia. Ravi Ramchandani is asking, if it wasn't your job, would you actually see this test match? Wonder how Indian cricketers feel excited every morning to play cricket knowing there's no challenge. Ravi, very good question, yeah. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't my job, I may not have watched the entire test match, but I would have seen it on and off.
Would still track.
Yeah.
In fact, the other day I was speaking to a friend of mine. In fact, I told her that, people should be paid to watch these matches. And what her reply was?
You are getting paid to watch.
This is exactly what she told me. I said, I'm not asking about myself. I'm saying, a lot of other people who are doing so many other jobs,
Yeah.
people from various walks of life.
So, what actually would have got me to watch it? Let's say we were not getting paid. What would have got me to watch it? Like, I would have wanted to see some context. No, for example, I want to see, is Virat gotten over his bad patch? So, I'll come for that. Or I'll come to see that Hanuma Vihari has gotten a chance at number 3. I want to see how he's going to play.
Dhiram, not Australia.
Oh, yes, these are Dhiram. Correct.
I thought.
So there are different things in the match. I may not have come to see the entire test match in totality, but for different things, like Rohit is captaining for the first time. I want to see how he's captaining. So things like that. Okay, now
Chandresh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Arey yaar, Chandresh, you
So-
don't need to send.
No,
some-
he makes a lot of money. He needs to send. Yeah, he's a very
Chandresh,
rich
you
man.
need to send some money if you remember.
Okay.
Oh, he's-
So Chandresh has he got
Actually-
all of because I had mentioned Australian dollars. Chandresh has pointed out saying
you
they.
said you
He said they are.
increase one more zero. Do you
Not
realize?
that also. He is increased. I said he was sending us 40 rupees super chats. I said this is not. Please send 400. He sent a 4. It's a minor amount. It's like 1 cup of coffee today. If you go to Starbucks or somewhere.
What is he saying?
That's much. So he said, please mention my YouTube channel, Cricket Chronicles with Chandresh. That please
The name
do.
has been changed. Earlier it was Cow
Chronicles
Chronicles
with-
Corner with Chandresh, but now after
People advised him that
after he consulted the advisory board, the board of directors, now what they've decided is that they'll change. In fact, I think it's been over a year now that he's.
Yeah,
in
he's
fact, it was our suggestion. To be very honest,
yeah, even
it
I
was-
suggested to him.
Acha, I think everybody has
Everyone would
suggested.
say.
So all the board of directors. So what he's saying is, please subscribe to Cricket Chronicles with Chandresh. Chandresh does a lot of work. In brackets, which is not supposed to be read, is hardly. And on that channel, in fact, I've told him numerous times that you need to be more and more active. You need to put out videos frequently. Just
No,
like
but
us.
he's counting dirhams and other currencies.
He's a
So
businessman, though.
So he
You know,
doesn't have
it's
time
also
to do
about
this.
passion.
He does
He-
it just like.
Yes, because he's a businessman.
I like Naz and Rawat combo. Wow. Thank you, Karthik. Kunsunera saying Vikrant sir made of Nikhil sir's love for samosa on Sports Tak Live. Just now he is.
No, but he is not guilty.
No, I have said it myself on Sports Tak.
Saransh is the guy who.
Saransh is the culprit. He brings me one samosa every day. He actually brings 2-3. I only eat one. It's a weakness. What to do? You cannot say no to a samosa. Who can say no to a samosa? Rahul Rawat is trying to lose weight, so
These days I say
he
no.
doesn't eat
Because
it, but I do.
Because see, you are fine. You people are complimenting you. कि त्वचा का राज क्या है, सेहत का राज क्या है. At least I have to
They're
get back.
asking in samosa का राज क्या है जो.
Get back in shape. See, he also needs to avoid a
Yeah,
lot of.
you be careful. Okay, we have a super chat. Quickly going. Volcanonics. What is this?
Volcanonics.
Volcanonics. Sorry, a very tough name to pronounce. He's saying IPL is going to be fun or exciting to see Virat hitting boundaries against Chahal or Chahal getting Maxi out, Warner, Rahul, Gill scoring hundreds against SRH. That's true, because what he's saying is teams have changed. You know, same players that were teammates working together to get someone out, and he's right, and that's why I think he's mentioned someone like Chahal and Virat.
And he seems to be an RCB fan, to be very honest. But,
but he's mentioned others also. No, he's saying like Warner getting runs against SRH. That would be interesting. Bumrah getting Hardik bowled. You know, these are very
but if
interesting.
you go by
I agree.
The history, you know, every time a player leaves RCB, he's usually done well with the other franchise.
No, but you can't say that for Chahal. He was doing well for RCB as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. Imagine he'll do even better.
To top what he's already done is going to be next to impossible. Then he has to be like, to be like their highest wicket taker every season, almost every season. Right?
He was a
I think Umesh got
consistent.
it once,
He was a
so,
consistent performer. He would fetch you wickets.
Yeah, he was. So
Nimish is saying I'm just 13 years old and I love you, Nikhil sir, Rahul sir and Vikrant.
13 years.
Wow, yeah.
He's watching sir.
Thanks, Nimish.
Would you include Ashwin in the greatest all-time? I think we've already had a discussion on this. Let him finish his career. Let's see where he ends up. Nowzat.
Someone has given our show a name
Nazwat.
Rawat. No, but do you know what was that earlier? Naz and Raz.
Naz and
Raz show.
Naz and Raz.
That was, I think, V. Mohan gave that name. I still remember. V. Mohan was a regular watcher. Gave that name to our show called Naz and Raz.
Naz and Raz.
Yes.
Motu is saying
Shaz and
Motu Salman
Boy.
saying who's the most underrated cricketer. Is it Jadeja? That is what he thinks. I don't think Ravindra Jadeja is an underrated player.
Utkarsh has made his 11 for RCB, but let me tell you, Utkarsh, in the next few days we will be doing exactly this. I can see your 11, but I can't comment as to is this the best or not, because for the next few days that's what we are going to do. We are going to make ideal 11s of each team.
But what Utkarsh has done, I haven't gone through your 11 entirely, but what I have noticed is that, you have Virat there. Okay, I missed out. I thought I read Faf, Anuj Rawat,
No, there's
Maxi,
Faf, Virat,
Lomrod,
Anuj,
DK, Hasaranga. Oh, I missed Virat.
Harshals, Shabazz, Siraj, Hazelwood. No, the team is looking good. But as I said, let us just sit down with each squad and then try and pick. That is what we're going to do for the next few days. So, on that note, the innings has started. I'm sure, are we meeting them before dinner time today? Because the game would be over. 100%.
It's just a matter of one wicket, I think.
100%.
See, no.
100% I can't say, but
Saransh is saying no. It will go till dinner.
No, I think this session should be enough for the Sri Lankans. It's just a matter of one wicket and that of Dimut Karunaratne, and once that falls, I think India will be.
I also think very close to dinner. I think the game will be done. And we'll be live. Doesn't matter if it happens during dinner time or before that. Either ways, if it doesn't, then we'll be here for dinner. If not, then we'll be here before, in case the match is over. So we'll see you then. Thanks for giving us company. Bye.